whatever she decides next. Has the ability to impact an entire country in ways no one could ever imagine.
Buying Team Namibia is a choice you make for us, not just for you. Join the 2.5 million strong team that grows stronger with every single Team Namibia purchase. Team Namibia. Together, our future is brighter.
Primetime News is a Monday to Friday 25-minute news format bringing to the fore events from within and beyond Namibia's confines. Many thanks for having me. It's always a pleasure having you. I'm Michael Madimba. The housing sector leads tonight's bulletin. Minister of Urban and Rural Development Erastus Hutuni handed over 50 houses constructed by the National Housing Enterprise NHE at Omuthia in the Oshkoto region on Monday. The construction of the houses commenced in July 2022 to last month, providing employment to 48 contractors. Let's have a listen.
So, and NHE, you are really trying your level best, despite of the challenges. Yeah, we are happy so far. Yeah, from the onset, I'm proud to mention that through the government's different intervention towards the delivery of housing, we are still able to make strides in the face of enormous challenges. Delivery of housing, we are still able to make strides in the face of enormous challenges. We continue to make difference through the National Housing Enterprise. Yes, some people are talking good about energy. Some are talking, I don't know how to say that. Yeah, they have their own reservations, but energy, despite all those, is just forging ahead. We continue to make differences through National Housing Enterprises, build together program, shared dwellers, federation, informal settlement upgrading, and mass housing development program that we must complete. And I'm going to say much a little bit on mass housing. For your information, sometimes back in July, we witnessed the handing over of 108 houses in Swakopmund under the mass housing development program. Is there anyone from the media who witnessed that one? Maybe you are from the north, you were not there. But I think daily you have shared this information. We were there. We were talking about mass housing is not moving. It's moving, my dear. Just wait. We are there. All of us together, not only the Minister of Urban, but all of us together, we should push for it. Yes?
The Deputy Minister of International Relations and Cooperation, Jenny Matundu, has supported a motion to introduce sign language as a national language, as well as the appointment of a sign language interpreter for live parliamentary debates. The motion was initially tabled in September by Alexia Manombe-Ncube, the Deputy Minister of Disability Affairs, who noted the motion aligns with Namibia's constitution and international commitments, including the United Nations Convention on the Rights of Persons with Disabilities. More from this report.
Signing is a visual format of communication and should support speech and not replace it. Signs give extra visual information about the words used in a message, making it easier to understand. The extra cues given in signs support the learning of new words and help to model how and when to use them. Honorable Speaker, honorable members, the Deputy Minister was right when she introduced her motion. Let me quote her as she said, "It is important for the whole family to learn sign language as many deaf children are born into families who are not deaf. Thus, services must be in place to provide sign language learning and support to families so that they can learn and use sign language at home and make it easier to communicate with deaf children and assist them with educational activities." I would like to suggest that this call should not target the families alone, but to be extended to all Omas, including private sectors, that the basics of the sign language should be taught to all in order for them to accommodate the deaf and those that are hard of hearing.
On to developments in northern Namibia. Tara Shaliefu has been re-elected as Ongwediva mayor and will lead the council for the next 12 months. His fellow SWAPO councillor Ulalia Katonyala retained her position as deputy mayor of the town, while SWAPO councillors Naemi Amuthenu and Fabian George, as well as IPC councillor Jonah Helau, remain members of the management committee.
Matthew Tiaho and Otili Haitota, both from IPC, are ordinary members of the 7-member Ongwediva Town Council office bearers. George was also re-elected as chairperson of the management committee. In his acceptance speech, Shaliefu reaffirmed his commitment to continue advocating for hard work, innovation and improved corporate governance, particularly accountability, integrity and transparency, as they render services to the people. Shaliefu indicated that their role in ensuring that they guide and advocate for development from government has never been more important than it is right now. According to Shaliefu, although this assignment is somewhat challenging, with the support of fellow councillors, they will make a significant difference in the leadership arena. He stated that as councillors, they should always be mindful that the electorate expects quality service delivery and support from them, and they consistently expect them to listen to them when they approach them. Therefore, they should deliver to the best of their abilities. Reporting for Primetime News, Ishmael Mukuvonda.
Moving on. Minister of Education, Arts and Culture, Anna Ngipondoka, officially launched the IMN Technology Mentorship Institute in the capital on Monday, aimed at equipping Namibians with technological skills. In her address, Ngipondoka said the Namibian education sector lags behind in terms of global trends and standards, and the provision of science, technology, engineering, arts and mathematics, also known as STEAM education, which is inclusive of robotics, coding, artificial intelligence, Internet of Things and other smart technologies. Jekonia Nehemiah filed this report.
Our frameworks, how did we came about in touching the frameworks already established? With the SDGs, we are addressing very fondly the SDG number 4 of quality education. Also, we are addressing the industry innovation and infrastructure of SDG number 9, as well as number 10 of reduce inequalities, where our boys and girls will have equal access of this teaching. Our kids in the rural areas of Namibia, as well as in the urban areas, will have equal access. So Namibia can easily report on quality education or education advancement, on innovation and infrastructure when we roll out these programs on its SDG report.
In the same vein, the Minister of Education, Arts and Culture is delighted to witness support from Friends of Education, Arts and Culture, willing to come on board and play an active role in assisting our ministry, schools, teachers, and learners in the area of robotics, coding, artificial intelligence, Internet of Things, and many other smart technologies. In fact, while Mr. Javera was doing his presentation, I was telling my DM to say, this launch of today is too broad for us to understand everything. We need to sit around the table with IMN Tech for us to to craft the way forward. We have an implementation plan that emanated from the resolutions of the Education Conference, is finally approved by Cabinet, which is having some specific levers of change that we need to implement for 7 years. I just have to sign it off already this week. And digital transformation is one of those levers of change. And we really need to have specific activities that we can already roll out year by year, either by piloting in some schools, but we need to sit around the table, my friend.
Thank you.
Yeah, we need this now.
So we have a school robotics club model. So in this club model is where learners can buy and own the robotic kits themselves, and our trainers can offer face-to-face training. So learners will be able to go home with their kits, go further explore, go further learn, further create more projects. The second option that we have is the school robotics laboratories. So the school will take up this model itself and will be implemented in the school. The school will own the lab, they will own the kits as well, and then we will train the teachers, or we can also assist if they don't have a dedicated teacher to give the trainings. And with that model, we have 3 different options because not one glove doesn't fit all. So we are designing each lab for what the school needs. The third module that we have is the community robotics centers. This is where we will have robotics kits and trainers, and we will offer it to public, for out-of-school youth as well. And we will work with the corporate world to find sponsors for these learners as well.
Your top roundup is up next, followed by the business segment. Welcome to the Primetime Biz segment, your premier source for all things business related. An improved transport network system for Namibia and the rest of Africa is key in contributing to African Continental Free Trade Area Agenda 2063 goal of a single market for goods and services. According to Works and Transport Minister John Mutorwa, the significance of the African Continental Free Trade Area cannot be overstated, as it is the world's largest new free trade area since the establishment of the World Trade Organization in 1994. Mutorwa made those remarks in a speech delivered on his behalf earlier today at Swakopmund during the launch of the 13th Joint Law Enforcement Operation conducted by the Trans-Kalahari Corridor Management Committee, comprising of Botswana, Namibia and South Africa. Transport is the backbone of any economy, and ministries that are responsible for transport are technically able to achieve governmental, regional, continental and global objectives, as he is tasked with the responsibility to oversee all 4 transport modes, namely aviation, maritime, road and rail, Mutorwa added. Mutorwa further added that due to the fact that people and cargo move across borders, a number of transport bilateral and multilateral agreements have also been developed and entered into by different countries, including the Trans-Kalahari Corridor Management Committee, SACU Agreement on Transport, among others. The Trans-Kalahari Corridor Committee Management Committee initiative was established in order to ensure that only legal goods, people and services are allowed to move through the corridors. The Ministry of Labour, Industrial Relations and Employment Creation earlier today launched the 2019 Social Accounting Matrix Model for Namibia. The ministry's executive director, Lydia Ndombo, says the model provides a comprehensive framework essential for analyzing the relationships between different sectors of the economy.
To the researchers and statisticians present here, the SAM opens doors to a wealth of possibilities. It provides a dynamic platform for in-depth analysis, offering insights into the intricacies of our economic structure and relationships between various sectors and institutional actors. I encourage further collaboration between research institutions, UN agencies, and the government to refine and enrich the SAM data continually. The government of Namibia demonstrated political commitment with confirmation at the presidential level, solidifying the will to pursue the objectives of the Global Accelerator on Jobs and Social Protection for Just Transitions, which involves fast-tracking global actions and to promote a job-rich recovery as well as just ecological, technological and societal transitions to more sustainable and inclusive economies. One of the three pillars through which the Global Accelerator operates is integrated and evidence-based national strategies and policies. The SAM is an empirically based tool that can play an integral role in designing and analyzing policies to support the Global Accelerator. As Namibia takes bold steps towards sustainable energy, the SAM allows us to dissect the employment landscape associated with this sector. It goes beyond the surface, revealing not only the direct jobs within the sector, but also the ripple effects on employment across related industries. In the spirit of collaboration, the International Labour Organization Harare Country Office for Zimbabwe and Namibia reaffirms its commitment to supporting ongoing employment creation initiatives in Namibia through the Decent Work Country Program. Our goal is to ensure that the benefits of economic development are shared equitably, leaving no one behind, which is a key UN principle.
For tomorrow's Countrywide Weather Synopsis, we now consult the weather forecast followed by a roundup of the latest economic news. Welcome to Sport Planet, your destination for all things sport in action. The Kavango East Rundu Cycling team is set to compete in the 2023 Nedbank Desert Dash, an almost 400-kilometer cycling adventure through the Namib Desert to raise funds. Now, the 24-hour cycling challenge is scheduled for the 8th to the 9th of December 2023, starting from Grovemo in Windhoek and ending at Plaats am Meer and Swakopmund. A statement released by Nedbank Namibia earlier today indicated that the team was brought together by a passion for cycling and a desire to support the less vulnerable through cycling in the Nedbank Desert Dash. On to some rugby. New Zealand playmaker Richie Mo'unga earlier today said he can imagine playing in Japan if he retires and is not thinking about a future return to the All Blacks. Mo'unga has moved to Toshiba Brave Lupus on a 3-year deal, meaning he cannot play for the All Blacks during that time unless eligibility rules change to allow overseas-based players. Now, the 29-year-old who played a pivotal role in New Zealand's run to last month's World Cup final said he was fully involved in his move to Toshiba. Stand by for your sports roundup. This is where we dock for the night. Do make a date with us again tomorrow for the midweek edition. A parting reminder that to stay abreast with developments within and beyond our borders, do follow the on-screen prompts to be subscribed to our channel. For myself, Michael Madimba, and my creative team behind the scenes, it's adios. Good night.